Noisy Pixel.
Some games are regarded as instant classics, and the Platinum Games developed Bayonetta is one of those titles. Since its release in 2010, this highly sexualized action title is celebrating its 10th anniversary with a new port to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. While it doesn't add too much of anything new for longtime fans, it is still one of the best action games available.
Of all the lowlife scum in too deep in this town, I've never seen one get wrapped up in a fight with God's messengers.
Bayonetta has players assume the role of Bayonetta, as she awakens after a 500-year slumber with a slight memory problem. She ends up meeting with Enzo, an informant who can help her find out more information about the other half of an item known as the Eyes of the World, with one half already in possession by her. This is only the beginning of her adventure, and what a crazy one it is. Bayonetta takes players through hell and back in an over-the-top and zany narrative full of lore and unexpected gorgeous moments of video game narrative. Bayonetta finds herself in Vigrid, a ghostly and beautiful region that serves as the battleground for many of her upcoming fights. The game might be full of action, but the developers made a choice to pack it full of cinematics. It pretty much adds a layer of style and beauty that would have been lost had the team just opted for a straight action game. Each time I play, I find myself immersed in this hellish world that it presents. Throughout the story, players will learn more about Bayonetta as she regains memories and destroys everything that gets in her way. When it comes to this new version, players can expect the same layer of responsive combat and fast action that the series is known for. Now running at 60 FPS with 4K resolution options, it does wonders to the game's presentation. However, if you've played the PC version, you've probably played what this new version has to offer. Still, the game and Bayonetta herself have never looked better. In combat, Bayonetta has a range of actions at her disposal, so let's be clear on one thing. Yes, many of her moves utilize her hair that doubles as her clothing. Using her magical abilities and the miniguns that she has equipped, players more or less combo their way through every encounter they face. The game also features a responsive dodge action that can freeze time if executed at the right moment. This keeps you on your toes during every fight and requires a bit of skill from the player if they hope to get through some of the tougher encounters. It's quite extraordinary watching Bayonetta move through the fights. It's as if you are in control of an orchestrated dance. Her actions connect and respond to your button presses. Furthermore, it's also possible to pick up enemy weapons and use them to pull off several additional combos and attacks. All this action leads up to a climax ending where we get to see Bayonetta's most impressive powers. Getting from place to place isn't all that straightforward, as players have to do some light puzzle solving using Bayonetta's powers. These become a bit more difficult in the later parts of the game, but it provides a nice break from all the action. Most of the time, progression is hindered by obstacles or small battles, but there is a healthy balance of the two that make the game far from feeling repetitive. During gameplay, players can travel to hell to upgrade their arsenal and inventory. Rings gained during missions can be used to buy new weapons. The available weapons increase throughout the game, and they each add a variety to Bayonetta's combos. There are also items available that can be a godsend on tougher difficulties. The sound design is impressive. Each track is as godly as the next, which makes the adventure even more epic. English audio is also quite good, but this version of the game also includes the Japanese audio tracks included in the PC version for players who wish to switch between the two. While Bayonetta is an excellent all-around game, some pain points also return, such as the quick time events where players need to press a button exactly at the right moment or else it's game over. Furthermore, the game's mission structure does come off feeling a bit bare bones in this generation. Bayonetta is a game that always delivers. It was great when I played it 10 years ago, and it's great today. The added benefit of playing it in 4K 60 FPS and seeing Bayonetta at her very best only made the adventure better. Still, this version of the game doesn't add anything on top of the PC version, but it does give a new generation of gamers the chance to experience what the series has to offer. Going back to Bayonetta's roots was an excellent time for me, and I love following her through this narrative again and would happily recommend it to anyone wanting to see what all the fuss is about when someone mentions the name Bayonetta. Noisy Pixel is giving Bayonetta on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One a 9 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Please read the full review at noisypixel.net. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers who work hard to deliver news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe to keep up with all our future content.